Hey guys, today I want to talk a lot about situational awareness in the Philippines. This goes for anybody traveling anywhere in the world, third world countries, United States, wherever you are, you should always have some sort of situational awareness. And this goes on in relationships, it goes on in restaurants. Anything can always happen somewhere, let's face it. But when you're outside the United States, and even in the United States nowadays for that matter, when you're outside the United States, there tends to be issues sometimes that you need to be aware of. I'm not talking just about getting robbed and stuff like that. That's something, it's a given. When you're on the streets, you should always put your wallet, of course, in your front pocket. You should always be aware that anytime you can get robbed, and you shouldn't have all your money in your wallet. You might even think about having a dummy wallet. Have a wallet in one pocket and a wallet in another pocket. Have one of them to be empty and just have a couple dollars in and just hand them that wallet. If you ever get robbed on the streets or something like that, have some awareness of what's going on around you. But also when you're out on a date, you're in a relationship, always have awareness of what's going on. You'll pick up little subtle hints sometimes of the way people are acting, the way if you open your eyes. A lot of guys don't. As we get older, let's face it, our situational awareness is just not there anymore. We just don't pay attention sometimes to what's going on around us. And that's the reason why I wanted to talk about this today, because there's a lot of guys over here that keep getting into trouble all the time. They keep having issues with relationships, with people possibly ripping them off, people scamming them for money. It could be family members, it could be neighbors, it could be people borrowing money and not paying it back or whatever. That's the worst thing you can do, is loan money in the Philippines, by the way. Just give them the money. In most cases, just give them the money. If it's a small amount of money, if it's 2,000 pesos or 3,000 pesos, just say here, I'd rather have you be my friend than 2 months from now when you don't pay me back, not having you my friend here. Just take the money. Just don't let them borrow it anymore. You know what I mean? Just say, I'm not going to loan you any more money, so don't ask me anymore. This is it. I'm just going to give you this here. That's it. You're better off doing that in the Philippines because most people cannot pay you back. Most expats, if they're close to you and you know their situation, I would say, yeah, you could loan them money, most people. If they're a drunk or an alcoholic or a drug addict, I wouldn't give them any money, just because. But there are a lot of expats over here that you're going to run into in some towns more than others, wherever there's a lot of drinking going on or there's prostitution, things like that. I wouldn't loan money to guys that live in towns like that, because where they're spending their money. Why do you want to fund their bad habits? Have situational awareness of what's going on around you, not just with strangers, but also with friends. People can turn on you sometimes. And I've had expats that come in here that I thought were the nicest people. I've had expats come in here where I saw red flags and it was kind of like beep, beep, beep. Like I'm seeing these warning signs and I'm paying attention to them. I'm trying to figure out what the guy's gig is. And by the time you figure out what the guy's gig is, it's too late. When you see the red flags, say goodbye. You see a red flag with an expat, a Filipino, anywhere you are, Thai, you're in the UK, Australia, the US, you see somebody that there's a giant red flag going off in front of you, leave. Walk away, say, listen, buddy, it was nice knowing you, hey, but I just don't want to be friends with you. Nothing against you, I'm not feeling this. And walk. And sometimes those people will try to get retribution on you for not being their friend. That's just a fact of life, and that's when you might want to get the police involved or somebody involved, or just move away. Sometimes you got to get up and move. I'm a person that refuses to move when somebody does something to me. I'm not going to give people that satisfaction, But some people, if you don't have a lot going on there, and some guys that travel in the Philippines haven't really planted their roots. If you planted your roots, I wouldn't let somebody bother you. I just stay there no matter what. And if you have to get the barangay or an attorney involved, get an attorney involved. Get the barangay involved. File something down the barangay. You can do it. But have that situational awareness going on all the time. Put a peephole in your door to check to see who's at your door. Us as expats, we're gonna have a lot more people visiting us sometimes, depending on where you live and how your lifestyle is. For me, I have a lot of expats that come by here all the time. Some people, they come by here without even asking me, and they're knocking on my door. I'm talking about complete strangers. I'm not talking about friends and people that I know. I'm talking about total strangers that have seen me online on YouTube, have come to my door and knocked at my door. And I had that happen for like a week, and I was wondering why it was happening. I found out why it was happening, and I resolved it. But it was just kind of strange to have people knocking on my door saying, hey, is Steve there? And then I come out and say, hi, can I help you? Do we have an appointment today or something? Because I make appointments and sometimes I forget with expats, and these guys were just complete strangers. They said that they had talked to me on YouTube and chat or whatever, and I may have, but I talked to hundreds of people, and they felt like they could just drop by here. That's situational awareness. You can't just have strangers drop by into your place. And if there's a stranger outside your door, I would not answer it in most cases. I mean, for me, it's a little bit harder because some of these guys I've talked to, and I'll ask them through the door, yeah, how do I know you? Oh, I know you from YouTube. We talked, my name's so-and-so, and then I recognize the name. Oh, okay. And I'll tell them afterwards, hey, you really can't just drop by here. You got to let me know, that when you come by here, you just can't just drop by somebody's house and do that to somebody. If you're my friend, I don't care. You know what I mean? You're my friend, you want to come by here, stop by. Hey, I have a lot of friends that I'm very close with, and I don't have a problem with them not calling me or not texting me or whatever, and those, they know who they are, but have that situational awareness all the time and set boundaries with people. Set those boundaries down with people that are around you, both Filipinos and expats, and tell them, hey, dude, call me before you come over to the house or something like that. If you want people to, respect you, you got to set those boundaries down, both with women and with men. If it's women, you might have problems with women. Have situational awareness, because some of these women that you date will stop by your house and maybe find you, a girlfriend over another girl that you're dating or something over your house or whatever. And when you're dating, you can see other people because you're just dating. You're not in a permanent relationship. But some Filipinas will get very jealous and they'll do things to you. Be aware of that, guys. A lot of guys out there, it's kind of like that in the United States a little bit too. Some girls are very jealous or whatever. And that can happen in the United States, but it's more prevalent here in the Philippines that you're going to run into a jealous woman over here. It's just something about the culture over here. And I believe that to be true also from what I understand in Thailand a little bit, but not as much in Thailand as it is in the Philippines. And I think that is part of the Spanish culture over here, the jealousy thing. And let me tell you something, there's nothing worse than a jealous Filipino, I should say. There's nothing worse than that, because if a girl is jealous, man, it's really bad. And guys, if you're dating a girl and you see her as really jealous, that can be very problematic if you get into a long-term relationship, and it's best to let that go. And for you women out there that are dating expats, keep this in mind. If you're a jealous woman, most Americans don't want you. They don't want nothing to do with you, because a lot of guys have women as friends. I, in particular, have women as friends, and I will not date a woman that's jealous of my women friends, because I have women friends that I'm very close with, that are very dear friends to me. I talk to them all the time. Some of them are managers at restaurants. Some of them are my friends, close friends that come to my house. It doesn't mean I'm sleeping with them or anything. It means that it's a friendship. I'm not looking for anything other than that friendship. It's just something, it's who I am. It's part of me to be friends with other people. I love having both male and female friendships, but guys, situational awareness. Always pay attention to all these things that are going on around you, and anywhere you go, anywhere you are, relationships, restaurants, stores, things can happen and change in a second. I'm not telling you to always be 24/7 on your toes. You can still be relaxed and be have situational awareness. Pay attention to conversations with people, because when you look back at it, sometimes you might say, wait a minute, what was he trying to do here? Why did he say that? And sometimes you figure out later on what they were trying to do, what somebody was trying to do. That's why I say pay attention to conversations, pay attention to things around you. Anyway, guys, God bless, take care, and leave your comments on there, of what you guys think. Maybe a situation that you became aware of while you were sitting someplace or something or whatever. Share your situations, where you were situationally aware, and because you were aware of what's going on, it saved your butt. Anyway, guys, God bless, take care.